This recipe is good for all year round, but it's that time of year where people are harvesting things out of their garden. And so today we're gonna do a smoked salsa, a recipe from a good friend of mine on a Facebook group. I'm gonna share all of that with you in a moment. Coming up right now. Hey everybody, welcome back to Everyday Barbecue. My name is Mike. I wanna welcome you here to the channel. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. There's a thing down here somewhere. And also hit the bell. Make sure you select all on the bell to get notifications anytime I release new content. Alright, so like I said, we're going to do this smoked salsa recipe today. This is going to be done out on the Camp Chef pellet smoker. I chose the Camp Chef pellet smoker for this recipe because a good friend of mine named Matt Cartier, who is the admin of a group called Camp Chef Grill Owners on Facebook. This is one of the best groups on Facebook. I'm a foodie. I'm a member of a lot of different Facebook groups. This group is really outstanding. It's run very well by Matt, and I think there's a couple other admins there. But anyway, if you're a Camp Chef owner of a pellet smoker or a griddle or a stove or a pizza oven or whatever it is, you need to get on Facebook and check this group out. You'll learn a lot. You'll hang out with some great people, and it'll be a good time for you. Now, Matt posted this recipe for this smoked salsa a few times, and I kept looking at it and thinking, gosh, I'd really love to do that recipe. So we're gonna do that today. And I'm gonna show you what I have here. This is just about Matt's recipe to a T. I've got a couple different things here that I've done, but it's basically Matt's recipe. And down below in the description, I'll leave Matt's exact recipe and I'll leave this exact recipe. So what I have here are 7 jalapeno peppers. Matt's recipe calls for 6. I have 6 sweet peppers. That's spot on with Matt's recipe. Here we're going to use probably 6 cloves of garlic. Matt's recipe I think calls for 3 or 4. We'll put that down in the description. But I love garlic. I can eat garlic by itself. We have some nice fresh cilantro. I have 3 sweet Vidalia onions, and the option here is either 2 or 3. I like a lot of onion. We're going to go with 3. And 6 large tomatoes. Other than that, you just need to get these things cut up, rubbed in some olive oil, and get it out on the smoker. So I'm gonna get started with that process right now. Obviously start by rinsing all the vegetables with cold water. We're gonna start with these tomatoes. I've got my tomato shark here. I'm gonna remove the stems. Now, quarter your tomatoes. Now you just wanna quarter your onions just the same. I'm not upset over anything, but these are some strong onions. Woo! Now we're going to wash the sweet peppers, remove the tops, and now we're going to have these. Now for these I will scrape the seeds out just gently. If I leave a few in there, it's no big deal. I'll just scrape off the seeds with this here tomato shark, which I love. Now our jalapenos washed, remove the tops. Now we'll have the jalapenos, and I'm going to leave my seeds. I want the heat, so we're going to leave these seeds. Last but not least, our garlic. I just simply smash them down. Now you can cut these if you want. I'm just going to leave them whole. For those of you that don't know, squashing it with a knife like that makes it very easy to peel. Comes right apart. Now I am using more garlic than in Matt's recipe, but that's just my personal preference. It's really up to you. If you like less garlic, go with less. If you like more like I do, I'm going to use probably this whole bulb. Now we just have our cilantro, which I'm just going to throw in the pan here. Now we're going to go ahead, cover this in some olive oil. I'm also going to put some salt and pepper in here to taste. I don't want to go too salty. Just want to get maybe about a teaspoon and a half of salt and some black pepper. Now we're going to toss this around. Alright, that's going to do it for that. Now outside we're going to keep this real short. I'm just going to do some B-roll out there. We're going to smoke this on low smoke, which is about 160 degrees, for 2 to 2.5 hours. We'll remove it from the smoker at that time. We'll let it rest in the fridge for about an hour, chill out, cool down. Then we're going to blend it taste it, see if we need to add any salt or pepper. So it's gonna be that simple. It's time to get this out on the pellet smoker. Let's get outside. Okay, it's been in the fridge about 45 minutes. Now it's time to just put this stuff here in the blender and blend it up. So we're gonna do this in 2 batches. Now, by the way, in Matt's recipe, he peels the tomato skins off. I didn't, I'm just leaving them on. I don't mind a little chunk in the salsa. So let's go ahead and pulse this. Man, that is beautiful. Nice and thick. Let's give it a shot. Man, that is beautiful. Cheers, everybody. Wow, there's a lot of smoky flavor in that. It's a great recipe, Matt. I really like this. The other ones I've done have been a little different. I've had poblano peppers in, or maybe add a habanero. Adding the extra jalapeno gave me the heat that I wanted, so definitely a little afterburn, but very tolerable. And there's a lot of smoke flavor in this. My salt and pepper content that I added before we put it out on the smoker is perfect. Like all homemade salsas, if you have the time, get it in the fridge, chill it after you blend it as well, let it rest 24 hours, let all those flavors mingle. Taste it at that point in time before you serve, because you may have to add a little bit of salt or a little bit of pepper. What I find with smoked salsas is that they'll actually sweeten up the longer they're in the fridge. Sometimes you want to add a little bit of salt to get that little extra salt flavor in there. But we're gonna be eating this tonight. I've got some steak tacos we're gonna be throwing out on the griddle, and we are gonna knock some of this out on top of those tacos and with some chips. So for today, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys will try this recipe. Check out the Camp Chef Grill Owners Group on Facebook, and thank you for your support of my channel. I really sincerely appreciate it as always. Till next time, I'll see you on the next episode.